Hi everyone, I'm Lisa Ling. Now, I know you've all been thinking about who millennials are. What do they want? What are they buying? What does their future look like? Well, we know that they are the first generation raised on technology. They are more connected than any generation before them, but they're not easy to characterize. And since no generation is more familiar with the art of the selfie, we decided to give cameras to 6 millennials from across the country so that they can shoot their own lives in the first user-generated TV show in America.
There are more 23-year-olds in the US than any other age group.
We communicate with each other different than anyone before us.
The fact that I can see somebody from across the world so conveniently is, it's a trip.
We are the first generation that's grown up entirely in the digital age.
You, me, and Alyssa were all on Bumble, and we kept matching with all the same guys. And I think that's when we decided to end Bumble.
We are the first generation to be told that we'll make less money than our parents.
I live right now in a 7-bedroom house with 8 guys. It's crazy. This is San Francisco.
But we are creative, we are unconventional, we are driven by social issues.
I think being a feminist is important. I think the word is important. It's deconstructive when people say things like, oh, I'm not a feminist, I'm a humanist.
And now we're armed with cameras and we're gonna tell you our stories. This is 23.
I think I've always had a little bit of anxiety. This week was particularly challenging for me to the point where I couldn't really control it.
Generally, when I go up to a guy, it's because I think he's cute or whatever, and most of the time they're not gay, so it's really awkward.
I'm talking to my partner right here. Say hello.
Oh my gosh, I don't really have much of a social life that's not related to work. Not great. Not great.
I know this probably sounds pathetic coming from me, but fuck you, I'm in love. I'm in love. I love her, but I can't stay up all fucking night. Some of us have work in the morning.
You can't just say like, you've been sitting at a desk all day, you've been looking at your phone all day. It's like, maybe that applies to some people, like you shouldn't just generalize being like, you're addicted to your phone, like don't do something you learned on Instagram.
That's so annoying.
No comment.
I feel like I constantly get like the passive-aggressive millennial insults.
Yeah.
Let's slow those down. What are the worst?
Yeah, let's just take it down for a second. We have this reputation for being like so addicted to our phones.
I don't even think it's an addiction though. I just think it's so damn convenient. I don't need anything else but a phone to get me through a day.
My name is Kufu. I'm 23. I live in Berkeley, California. I'm a yoga instructor. I also model, which is something that's really new to me. The majority of my time I spent at Six Sports, a startup in San Francisco. I'm the youngest person in the office. This is my first job ever.
I had no idea she was pissed at you.
She was pissed, man.
It didn't sound like she was.
What I'm learning is that unless you're lucky, you're not gonna stick somewhere for a while. I'm glad I found that out now at this age because I don't think it's a business I wanna stay in. My ex-girlfriend is still in London and they're 8 hours ahead. And her and I talk, a lot. We start to talk more and more and things are kinda... It's my ex-girlfriend calling, and we're setting up. I've talked to her. She's having like an event at Pixar when she comes home. She invited me to, so we're talking about that, and we're also talking about she wants to go on a date. So, what's up, lady? I'm dealing with a breakup, and I'm able to call and see this woman, actually see her face every day. Here I am holding on to something that may or may not happen because I can hold on to it, and it could be keeping me from something else out there or someone else out there. Have a good one, Miss Lady.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.
Woo! Shit. That's like the most exciting part of my day.
Have you guys been to Jones?
Yeah.
You don't like it? Okay.
620 Jones.
Yeah.
It's so New York. It's like the drinks are so expensive.
What's wrong with New York?
It's
I
not here.
like the environment. It's no comment on, it's just like the perfect happy hour bar. Like you get off work, everyone's like there, it's beautiful.
My name's Jordan. I live in Haight-Ashbury and I do marketing for a tech startup. I expected to come to San Francisco and it just be like this incredible dating scene with all these great guys who are so successful, and I was gonna have like this wealth of options.
Nobody moves to San Francisco to settle down and like be in a relationship. Like the people that move here are the kind of people that like want to go experience things and be single and live it up.
The reality of that has not measured up to my expectations.
I kind of have this like vision of like the perfect guy, and like certain guys I've dated have met like a lot of the checklists, but not all of them. So I'm always kind of like, something better will come along like eventually.
I used to care a lot about social media, if I'm being honest with myself. I used to care a lot. I would spend hours editing one picture. You're not gonna end up happy by just seeking other people's approval.
Lately at work, I've been having like overwhelming feelings of anxiety to the point where I'm sitting there just shaking and I can't get my hands to stop vibrating for like hours. I think I might need help. I started texting my friends, seeing if anybody had Xanax. Not that I want to start like self-medicating, but I just thought maybe if I took one just to take the edge off. I'm financially independent. I don't get any help from family or other sources. It's something I'm proud of. I mean, I never go out on Sundays. Sundays just like lay in bed, recover, and rest. That segues into like running too, like getting into these longer runs. It's been therapeutic for me. Adjusting to the real world, time is flying by so fast. 5 days of the week go by just as fast as the 2 days of the weekend. And, you know, by Monday you're counting down to Friday, and then Friday, before you know it, it's Sunday. It's a vicious cycle.
If you're drop dead gorgeous, like you can do a lot of things without being smart.
No, okay, wait, stop.
Now we're bringing looks.
This is
a whole nother
that's
dimension.
the problem that I have with it. I think in San Francisco, like, it has been the most difficult thing for me as a female who, I would say, I'm moderately attractive, right?
No, yeah, you're totally attractive.
But, like,
I'm not saying that you can't be both. I'm not saying that like if you're smart you can't be pretty.
But
I'm
it
saying
helps.
if you are a 10 out of 10 like smoke show, and you aren't necessarily like I'm not explaining this right.
If I walk into a conference and I have like full hair and makeup like done, if I were to like curl my hair and like go all out, right? My credibility would be in the shit can.
I'm Bree. I am 23 years old. I live in Pack Heights in San Francisco, and I work in telepresence.
With telepresence robotics, you can be in Chicago, but also be in New York. From our angle, that is revolutionizing the way that you hire people, the way that you work, the way that you live, and encourages a more global economy.
I'm trying to figure out what you're supposed to do when you're 23 years old. Are you supposed to be in relationships? Is that a practical thing to do?
Tell me about the date you're gonna go on tonight.
Okay, well, we don't know him. We'll start there.
We don't know him.
We met him on The League.
The League. I love The League. It's so exclusive.
I take this like really tragic engineering approach to my love life. So I'm not on Bumble, I'm not on Tinder, I'm not on Hinge. People are using those apps as a way to like hit their attention quota, and it's like secretly satisfying when like someone matches with you. I'd honestly just rather have it in real life.
Okay, so that was a good date. Not really what I'm looking for, I guess.
San Francisco is a very like sexually free place, and it always has been. For me, I would prefer to have a monogamous relationship before I have sex with a person.
When I was 17, I was raped, and that had like a pretty profound effect on who I am today. Growing up, right, you were raised that like that happens to you if you dress a certain way or if you act in a certain way, and I didn't dress or act in any of those ways, and yet this still happened. And I remember like the moment that it was happening, actually like thinking that of what the fuck is happening to me right now? Like this is so sorry. Just so insane, like.
I feel like I took all of that negative energy and pain and upset and channeled it into working harder.
I grew up in Brazil in a traditional family, and then I had this traditional relationship for 2 years, and then we decided to open ourselves in all the ways.
How does that conversation work?
Was really
Who
good.
brings it up?
I brought that.
My name is Eduardo. I work in a musical tech company. I'm 23 years old. and I live at Mission. I'm from Bahia, Brazil. I would say it's California from Brazil. I came here to work and also to live this progressive thinking in San Francisco. I am having a lot of fun in all different ways. I'm really into meditation, yoga. I do this every morning to wake up. A lot of people in this community that they get together to talk a lot about sexuality, but also to get together and then improve their lives through orgasmic meditation. People think like when it's orgasmic meditation, all about sex.
The practice is like...
Yeah, I kind of design my own lifestyle, and this includes the polyamory. So if you don't know that, it's basically a person that can love more than one person. Back home, once I begin to share this, I'm considered crazy.
So you probably see a lot of San Francisco through my eyes, right?
Yes.
And what do you think?
Scares me a bit.
So guys, now we met this girl and another girl that is going to take the hash to smoke later. Maybe one day I will get married. I hardly can see that, but we never know.
Okay, so to recap, you have the one girl that lives in Europe that you know from Brazil. You were boyfriend and girlfriend with her, but now it's an open relationship, right?
Yeah.
I'm Garrett, I'm 23. I am from Austin, Texas. I live in the Mission and I work at a big tech company. I didn't always know I was gay. For so long, I was living a double life. Even when I first started coming out to people in my family, I was like, I've been hooking up with guys. I don't know what this means. I don't know if it means I'm gay. I don't know what it means. I just don't think it's something I should lie about.
He's like, all right, Clara, I think I have something to tell you. And immediately a switch goes off in my head and I'm like, oh my God, he's gonna tell me he loves me. And I'm like,
wait, what? You thought I was gonna tell you I love you? Wait.
No,
that's not where the conversation went at all. It was like, Clara, like, I think I might be maybe kind of sort of gay.
No, these are your words. You said, Clara, I'm pretty sure I'm gay.
Gay guys can be anything. I think I'm pretty non-stereotypical, but I've been here for 8 months and like, I definitely don't feel welcome. I invited some people to go to 7 o'clock yoga with me, but no one was really interested. I don't know, there's not really like a rule book or like someone to teach me the ropes, but I think maybe part of being 23 is just figuring that out on your own. If I meet a guy that I like, I always end up just like wanting more than friendship. But for the most part, when I hang out with gay guys, I don't like them and like don't really feel like part of the group. I think coming out and paving my own path has been really hard for me, and I think the way that I have done it has been really impressive for the rest of my family. I think they're super proud of me.
Okay, here's the truth. I've tried to meditate for a long time. Yeah, drinks up, truth. Tried to meditate. I actually did it at a homeless shelter in San Francisco. I was volunteering and they're like, hey, you're like a young person, why don't you lead meditation? Or like help lead it. There was an actual official person.
You're a young
Every
person.
time I fell asleep, I got kicked off of the group. Hi, I'm Suzanne. I'm 23 years old. I live in San Francisco's Alamo Square neighborhood, and I'm a creative strategy coordinator at Twitter.
Your Twitter's only as cool as you are. So people who I think struggle with using Twitter maybe don't have anything to say.
I think I'm decently mature for my age.
We'd like to be married at some point.
At the end of the day, it's just about the taxes, right?
And
like making your parents happy. Like, it's not really for us, it's for everyone around us and making them feel okay about our relationship. Tim and I have been dating for almost 3 years now, and we've been living together for 2. And I always say that I would want to bring home the bacon and I'd want him to stay.
I'd have the fucking kids if male pregnancy was a thing, sure.
When I was 14, my dad passed away in a plane crash along with a few of my other family members. I know that my definition of what is good and what is beautiful is constantly changing. We're here in beautiful China Beach, San Francisco. Me and my girls are about to hop right into the ocean. Some call it a polar plunge. The point is that it's cold. I think being 23 is really fun. I still have 1 foot in childhood and 1 foot in adulthood.
What's it like to be 23?
I don't think I'll have another opportunity to be 23 living in this city.
Look at the lines. Oh my God, this is everywhere. Brent struggles. Fuck.
Okay, so I just met these guys at Dolores Park. They needed a bottle opener. And I'm gonna write my number on the bottle opener and just give it to them and see if they call me.
Long story short, my car actually got stolen this morning.
About to take you on the ride of your life. What's that?
This facial lubricant that we use is organic one. This is my name because so many people in the room, so you have to put your name, right?
Wait, question. Do you ever call hot guys daddies?
No, should I?
I do.
Walk up, stop here, turn around, walk back. You just look really stiff.
You can make over 6 figures here and be like by city standards. Poor.
6 o'clock. Finally going home from work.
We're heading out, we're matching. This happens a lot.
It's about morals, 100%, always. If it's against what I believe,
I'm not doing it.
Talk to me, dude.